What you looking for? A paper? Thanks. Have a great day.
Will you move?
The Saint Denis Times Tribune, number 44, shining the truth and light since 1832. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm your friendly neighbor Superantonio, and please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you would enjoy seeing more of my Red Dead Redemption 2 content. Who are these Scarlet Meadows bandits? Train robbery confounds lawmen. Wagon blocked train. Officials call for action. Gertrude Bambach was knitting a hat for her niece when the train lurched to a stop and shouting commenced. I feared for my life, she said.
I ain't got nothing. Wanna have a little chat with Romeo and Juliet here? What's the pop? Money!
Don't do this!
Passengers were subjected to a terrifying ordeal as the train was robbed near the Lemoyne border. Outlaws used an oil wagon on the tracks to cause the train to come to a stop.
Mr. Marston, Mr. Smith, Mr. McGuire, ha! Get over there. When she slows, order.
And you?
I'm gonna make sure she slows.
Let's do or die with you. I like it.
Get moving. Here she comes.
They then threatened the passengers to give up their belongings.
Please, don't help me!
God damn it!
Oh, God.
Sick is better than dead, lady. And I'm losing my goddamn patience.
Let's just do what he says so this can be...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a robbery!
It was then that lawmen, having been tipped off to the robbery, arrived on the scene and confronted the outlaws.
Arthur, we've got a problem. There's two arseholes on horses.
How many you say?
I just see a pair of them.
All right, in that case, we're fighting. Marston, Smith, get ready.
You men come out the train now, do you hear? We said you men come out now.
There's only two of you fools. We got a whole lot less to lose. Why don't the two of you ride away? That way neither of you get killed. Goddamn liberties.
Eh? There's a few more of them turning up.
Me and my big mouth. Okay. Let's deal with them.
Sheriff Tompkins was one of those lawmen who arrived on the scene. There is very little to tell. We are searching for evidence at this time. The passengers are in great distress. The supply cars have been looted. Men are dead. This region's problems with lawlessness have returned. Reports indicate the outlaws escaped after having engaged in a furious gun battle with the lawmen.
Whoa!
Whoa! Ho, ho! That was fun, boys. Real fun. We can see what they call you the professionals in the outfit.
Shut up.
At least we made some money. Hey, what did I get? Gotta be $100 here. Very nice.
You weren't even invited.
What now?
We still need a real big take. Enough for us to get out of here.
Was that a setup? Law turned up real fast.
I don't know.
President congratulates America. Says U.S. is unstoppable. Spanish-American War outcome celebrated. Victory in 100 days. President Alfred McAllister congratulated the American people in their response to the call to arms as North and South joined together to defeat Spain, saying that Spain is no longer a power and the United States stands as the strongest nation in the Western Hemisphere. The splendid little war saw the U.S. Navy defeat the Spanish fleet in a mere few hours.
We need to put a serious hole in that pocket.
That was definitely hit. Lance said keep firing.
Not one American life was lost in that skirmish, proving what McAllister says is testament to the glory and perseverance of America. Overall, only 300 Americans lost their lives in the war, while the other side reported thousands of dead at the hands of our brave boys. He especially made mention of Colonel Thaddeus Waxman and his Rough Riders, the cavalry troop that took San Juan Hill in Guarma, becoming a national hero in the process.
That was quite some shooting, boys.
Thank you.
What now?
Oh, they'll be back. But I found a boat for you. And he should be arriving on the dock any time now.
Great. Micah, go meet with the captain. If he's amenable and discreet, tell him we'll be ready to set sail soon. Bill, come help me collect poor old Javier.
Sure.
Hercule, it was a great pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Evidence of ancient mystery discovered. Local man finds rock carvings. Church officials denounce claim. Ministers gathered last week to denounce the claims of eccentric resident Frank Sinclair of Big Valley, West Elizabeth, who asserts he has found evidence of ancient peoples in local rock formations.
Well, what's eating you, partner? Oh, I'm sorry, I'll dry up.
What?
See, Hey, can I ask you a strange question? I mean, it sounds ridiculous, but I'm on the level.
I don't have a clue what you just said.
Well, I'm sorry, sport. There's these funny rock carvings. They look a bit like this.
He has discovered several mysterious rock carvings around the country and claimed they point to a great meaning, a mystery he intends to solve. Religious leaders have grown concerned with his work, worrying that others will get caught up in his fervor and heretical beliefs. There is only one meaning and message, and that is the message of the good book, Reverend Sterling Morton stated during the gathering.
It's a long story. Can you find the carvings?
I have no idea.
Well, I sort of need them. Hey, listen, if you find them, I'll pay you handsomely. Send me details, if you can. Here's my card.
And if I can't?
Well, I'm sure you can, sport. I'm sure you can. Francis Sinclair.
Arthur Morgan.
Pleasure.
I don't understand. Why do you need these things?
Well, I told you. If I told you, you'd think I was on the hooch.
What?
I'm gonna have a lie down. I don't feel very well. And neither would you with... but, hey, what harm could it do?
What a lunatic.
Desperados bring terror. Grizzlies under siege. Boldness of Flaccos Gang worries law. Some of the most desperate bandits in the region are imposing a reign of terror on the Grizzlies and surrounding country. Led by famous gunslinger, outlaw, and robber Flaco Hernandez, a gang of thieves has raided numerous local towns, including Strawberry and Valentine. In one daring but ultimately fruitless train robbery, the safe and strong boxes were blown to atoms.
Man! Talk to me. Flacco Hernandez, you in there? I didn't want trouble, but I'm just here to speak with you. About Boy Calloway? I'm unarmed. I just want to talk. About Boy Calloway?
Sure. Here's your message.
Frightened passengers were held hostage, though not mercifully molested. Reverend Eunice Garand has called for the expulsion of what he calls all men of redacted for the algorithm ancestry as they bring villainy and wanton crime to our great country. Murderer on loose was headed to prison. Ambush, freeze outlaw, member of Vanderlyn Gang. Hot chase for fugitives. Sean McGuire, a member of the notorious Dutch Vanderlyn's gang, has escaped from custody. McGuire was captured and in the process of being transported from Blackwater to a federal prison in the West.
Where's Trelawney?
Who knows?
Just keep your eyes open.
Hey. Oh, yeah?
Where is that little Irish bastard?
I'm not quite sure. Trelawney's off trying to find out.
Has anyone been in the Blackwater, see how things lie?
Place is crawling with Pinkertons, bounty hunters, pictures of Dutch and Hosea.
Well, we got a lot of money sitting in that town.
And that's where it's gonna remain for now.
Why haven't they hanged Sean, I wonder?
I think he's bait. Well, they want to trial him publicly.
Gentlemen, Sean is being moved up the upper Montana, then to a federal prison out west.
Damn. Well, we can't be rescuing people from some federal prison. We either rescue him now or cut him loose.
We're not cutting anyone loose.
Of course not.
Ike Skelding's boys are moving him to a camp nearby before handing him over to the government.
He is a part of Vanderlyn's gang, who were responsible for the recent Blackwater boat robbery that left many dead.
Hey, I ain't had time to ask. What really went down back there on that boat?
We missed you. That's what happened. Come on.
The shootout was fierce and several men were killed as a result. Bounty hunters had caught up with McGuire but were ambushed on a stretch of the upper Montana River by Confederates of the accused.
Okay. Take him down! Ah! Get him! Goddamn army of these bastards! How much is Sean's bounty? Still time.
Upon relating the circumstances of the escape, one lawman on the scene said that McGuire repeatedly expressed the idea of jail as no terror to him, nor the idea of death by hangman's noose. McGuire even once suggested to a sheriff that his rope wasn't stout enough and may break under his weight.
I suppose I'll be owing you for this one. You know, you're a lot less ugly from that other angle, Arthur.
Come on.
Do I get a hug, Arthur? A warm embrace for a lost brother now found.
You know, nothing means more to me than this gang, the bond we share. It's the most real thing to me. I would kill for it, I would happily die for it. But in spite of all of that, I would have easily left you here to rot if Charles hadn't stopped me.
I don't believe a word of that, Arthur.
Get him out of here.
You're a great man, Arthur Morgan. The kind of young whippersnapper I can really admire.
Oh, shut up. Right, we should split up. Javier, will you escort Mr. McGuire back to camp? Charles, best you ride separately. Be careful. There's patrols everywhere.
Officials have called for action, saying the escape is yet another example of the inability of police to keep criminals incarcerated.
Okay, come on. Have I got stories for you?
Yeah, I can't wait.
I imagine y'all missed me a lot, but fear not, the joy's back in your lives now.
Cornwall Expansion continues, from commodities to the Caribbean, requests government protection, cites robberies.
My name is Leviticus Cornwall. I am not a man to be messed with by the likes of you. Get out here before I have these men killed!
Leviticus Cornwall is a well-known expansionist. A railroad in every expanse of this country is only a matter of time, he declared when launching the Cornwall Southern and Eastern Railways. He builds the trains and uses them to ship goods for Cornwall freight and commodities, Cornwall kerosene and tar, and his other business concerns. His sugar business reaches into the Caribbean, and not a week goes by without a ship ferrying Cornwall sugar calling into America. He is now calling for government support to bring protection to industries working to improve conditions in the West after a string of robberies. Mr. Cornwall, who has been known to speak glibly about the evil effects of education upon certain kinds of lesser intellects, is one of the wealthiest men in the region and requires numerous private guards to protect his person and multiple concerns. Despite questionable accounts of poor conditions at plantations run by Cornwall employees, his goods flow throughout much of the United States, and Congress has so far shown little appetite for breaking up what many people call a regional monopoly of services. Alongside his private militia, he is believed to be one of the principal clients of the Pinkerton Agency in the region.
I don't know if you're aware, but this is a civilized land now. We didn't kill all them savages only to allow the likes of you to act like human dignity, and basic decency was outmoded or not yet invented. This thing, it's done.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized. It's man, so in love with greed, he has forgotten himself and found only appetites.
And as a consequence, that lets you take what you please, kill whom you please, and hang the rest of us? Who made you the messiah to these lost souls you've led so horribly astray?
Cigarette cards give fame to murderers. New edition from Falcon Claw draws protest. Anti-Cigarette League warns card spreads habit to youth. For many a year, man and boy alike have delighted in all manner of collectible cards included in pouches, packets, and tins of tobacco. But a new set from Falcon Claw Tobacco that celebrates famous gunslingers and outlaws has drawn the ire of Puritan groups. The cards honor gunslingers such as Black Bell, Jim Boy Calloway, and even Emmett Granger, a known sadistic killer, who has, in recent years, turned to hog fancying.
Jim Boy weren't nothing, you know. Me, I killed men, women, and children, too. Animals. I even killed rocks. One time,
I get it, all right? You're mean.
No. No. No! You didn't know!
You just took yourself a regular shit shower, Mr. Granger.
The Butcher Brothers, who ran afoul of legendary gunslinger Landon Ricketts, are also featured. Mexican desperado Flaco Hernandez graces one card. When the likes of Frank Heck, the Otis Miller Boys, or the coward Billy Midnight, who shot many men in the back, are celebrated in this way, it spreads the contaminating influences and effects of the cigarette habit, said Miss Hattie Beardsley of the Anti-Cigarette League.
Mr. Midnight, listen, this won't take a moment. I just want to talk with you about your old days as a shootist.
Get away from me!
Hey!
I didn't shoot him in his sleep!
No one's saying that.
I didn't shoot him in his sleep, and if I did, it was the only way!
Not a problem. I'm here about Jim Boy Calloway, and no one shot him yet.
I knew you'd come for me! Get away from me!
Stores report that the tobacco has been selling well. Death lurks in the dust. Scarlet Fever rages in Armadillo. Shocking conditions in the city. Scarlet Fever exists in this town to an extent that has never been seen before. Believed to be due to bad sanitation, though one health official claims it is exacerbated by the high winds and dust storms plaguing the county. The spread of zymotic diseases has raised great fears. Many households are under quarantine, and those who can are fleeing in droves. Sanitary conditions in the town are deplorable, and the mortality rate is so high that residents have taken to burning bodies. Between the dust storms killing crops and causing starvation and the Scarlet Fever epidemic, some say Armadillo feels like a cursed town. Travelers are advised to avoid the area.
Stay away! The cholera is still raging!
Sorrow and the South. A migration is beginning. At one time, Rhodes stood as a true small-town jewel in the South. Tobacco and cotton production boomed, bringing an era of hope and prosperity that lasted even after the war. However, many worry that prosperity is now in the decline.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
On your right here, these tobacco fields? This is part of Caliga Hall, big estate belonging to the Gray family.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell you. The Grays have lived in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people. My family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's the one I know best, of course, but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Rhodes, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the Braithwaites.
Like I said, just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They have an estate west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been fighting with the Grays for as long as I can remember.
Sounds like quite the place you got here.
Production of crops is down, and the last two surviving big plantation families, the Grays and the Braithwaites, while always bitter rivals, have increased hostilities as this economic downturn worsens.
There on your left is the Rhodes Parlor House. Very reputable saloon owned by the Gray family. We also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of course.
What more do you need?
With the emancipation of Redacted for the Algorithm and acrimonious attitudes persisting after the Civil War, some worry a massive northern migration of Redacted for the Algorithm workers and farmhands could spell trouble for the region as a whole, and especially towns like Rhodes.
The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and the Braithwaites.
Interesting.
Two old plantation houses, and falling out of rebel gold, and marrying cousins or not marrying.
Arthur, Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that.
I have missed you, boys.
The Art of Angling by Jeremy Gill. Bullhead Catfish. My writings on angling continue to attract fresh young neophytes, eager to begin life's journey of standing in solitude, holding a pole in silence, free from the berating of the fairer sex. Indeed, I have even taught more than one U.S. president to fish, especially catfish, for luring bottom feeders into a pernicious situation that benefits the well-heeled is a prerequisite for successful politicians, almost as much as it is a prerequisite for any wise husband.
Sure you don't want a photo?
Not right now.
You know, mothers, they often offer me their daughters.
Just for a photograph?
No, to marry. But I say no. I'm married to the fish.
Catfish respond to handmade lures, crayfish, and worms. Try all three when attempting to land this simply wonderful and much aligned fish. They also need to be coaxed, not bullied. There are fantastic bullhead catfish near Sisika Island.
You're the damn fish! Yeah, you can come.
if you see me angling for bullhead, please do come say hello and ask for an autograph. Unlike the fish, I promise I won't bite.
Now, catfish are easy. Just a couple of rashers of bacon and that boy will be fine.
Oh, come on, he's huge! Come on! Here, get this! Get this! Here he comes! Here he comes! Here comes him!
My God.
This video is sponsored by Superantonio Part 2, my second channel that features more podcast-related content, in addition to gameplay from all of the other video games I enjoy. You can find the link at the bottom of the channel page or in the description of this video. Like and subscribe for short stories, book, movie, and TV reviews, and also commentaries where I talk about whatever is interesting me at the moment.
News isn't free. You need to find it. Keep it moving.
I'm Super Antonio. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your views. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for daily Red Dead Redemption 2 content, and we shall meet again. Further on down the trail.
Look out! Head's still rolling from the road.
You know, my dad always used to say...
Not this again.